My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how to scale a plumbing business. So I've got Martin Jones here, and Martin had a business, PH Jones, that he sold to British Gas for quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
So they scaled it from a small business to a massive business. So Martin's going to go through some of the things that you can do with your business to scale your business. So Martin, could you tell us a little bit about where you started from and how you scaled up to a massive business?
Yeah, so in terms of where we started from, I joined my dad's business in sort of the late 80s. And at that time, it was my dad. I think he had 3 or 4 engineers. And I think my granddad and my mum were in the office. So it was a really small operation, and it was a Portakabin in his garden. So I'd come back from university, and my dad said, look, can you give me a little bit of time while you're looking for a different job to try and sort out our purchasing? I don't think we're buying very well. So off I went, and I spent a couple of months talking to Plum Centre at the time and other local merchants. And yeah, I got him some better deals just through asking the question, will you give me a better deal? And the answer was often yes. So after that couple of months, I said, actually, I'm quite enjoying this, Dad. And he said, well, look, I'd love to have you join the business. And do you think we can grow from where we are? And what do you think we can do? And I was talking to Alan about this earlier, and I took a bit of a gamble. I said, well, I think we can grow, and I think we can go from this size to something bigger. I didn't actually know how we were going to do it at the time, but I thought, you know what, it must be achievable because other businesses have done it. So I spent a couple of months trying to work out how we could grow our business from 3 or 4 engineers to something a little bit bigger. And the first thing I identified was that actually, if you're going to grow your business, you need some recurring revenue within your business. So you need money coming in that isn't just reliant on someone saying, I want a new boiler, I want a new bathroom, I want a new whatever, when they need it. So I thought, right, the first thing I would do is set up a service plan operation within the business. So I spent ages kind of looking at different terms and conditions of British Gas at the time, and getting a contract printed and working out how I was going to price it and all the rest of it. And in the end, it took me a couple of months. I got something set up where people would send some information out about how they can have a service only or have a service and boiler parts warranty, extended warranty type arrangement. And I send that out, and people would sign up and send me a check, and we put that check in the bank, and that was the start of our service plan operation. And that grew quite quickly over the next sort of 6 to 12 months, and that was the starting point of growing our business. So it was really interesting actually, and what I found out quite quickly was once you have a customer who is signed up to that sort of plan and has a contract with you, whatever they need in their business, be it a new boiler, be it a bathroom, they're going to come to you first. They are your customer.
Yeah.
So it was really important that we took that step. And that was really the first sort of step to going from, 4 people to then 10 people to 20 people. And in the end, when we sold the business, we had 1,200 people within our business, and we had sales of £90 million. And that was over 25 years, so it was a long period of time, but that was the very start of that journey.
And service plans, is that the main thing that helped you grow that business?
So the main thing was taking that principle and saying, right, if we can do it for our private customers, can we do it for social housing? And it's the same principle, really. So, you take on a social housing contract and you work out what the risk is, and you work out how much you're going to charge, and from what you're going to charge, and what it costs, hopefully you'll make a profit. And so what that did was that helped solidify in my mind how we need to approach that to make it grow.
And then you said that you had many offices then throughout all the country?
Yeah, so we started with office in Malpas, Cheshire, where we started. Then we opened an office in Cannock, I think was the first one. And then it was I think Warwickshire, and as we grew, as we won a contract, we put a manager in there and a team of staff, and we grew to 28 offices. So we have offices in Scotland, in London, in the southwest. I think we even had one in Northern Ireland at one point. And so we had a whole team of people who who were helping sell both private service plans, social housing, contracts, installations. So yeah, it was really fun and interesting journey.
So that just goes to show that even your one-man brand can grow a business.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to, they can scale it. The customers they've got now, try and sign them up, get them into a service contract. And then how would you go about that then? Because TradeHelp do something to help with this.
So TradeHelp have a great platform within the TradeHelp Office suite, and that allows you to use the term conditions we've got pre-written. You can price the different plans. There's 3 different plans depending on what you want to sell to your customer. Go Cardless is ready for you to set up to create direct debits. So there isn't the old scenario that I had to wait for checks to come in off customers. So yeah, all the facilities are there for you to use to actually start setting up recurring revenue within your business, which is the starting point, I think, if you're going to grow your business.
So when you first started, you had to do all this yourself.
So I had to do that manually. I had to write the terms and conditions, I had to find the terms and conditions. I had to find the customers. TradeHelp will support you in marketing as well. So if you want to do that, the building blocks for you are within the TradeHelp suite. And that is, if I was going to start a business from scratch today, that is where I would start, is how do I retain the customers that I do work for to continue to come back to me in the future? And that is the best way to do it.
So just how long did it take you to actually grow the business to that size? So you started growing that in 80s?
In the late 80s, yeah.
Right, okay. And then from that first, so you signed up your first customer. How quickly did the business grow from there?
So we sold the business in 2011. So it probably took 25 years plus to get to that point. And there were, a business doesn't grow in a straight line. So you'll have a spurt, and then you have to wait for your infrastructure, your administration, and recruit the right people. So one of the things that I often hear from our TradeHelp network and people that feed back to me, that actually, Martin, I don't necessarily want to grow my business because actually all I see is aggravation. And I don't necessarily want aggravation because actually I'm quite happy with what I've got, and my lifestyle is great. So to grow your business, it is painful because you have to go through that process of putting yourself under some stress to grow to that next level, to be able to recruit that person and be able to afford that person.
But even if you didn't want to grow your business, you could still protect your business by balancing out the money coming in.
Yeah.
By having service plans.
Exactly. So service plans do insulate you in terms of once you have a customer, you hold on to that customer. And it's quite an easy way to do it. It does, to set it up, you have to tell customers about it. And, you have to go through the process of making sure that you email them a service plan. And that's all you have to do. It's all electronic. So you have to make a decision to want to do that, and you have to take a call from them if they have a problem. But actually, I think that is worth going through to retain that customer, which actually will support you in the quieter months, because we are in a seasonal business after all.
And TradeHelp as a business, so you said earlier that when you sold to British Gas, you wasn't allowed to work in the business for 3 years?
So when we sold a business to British Gas, I had an exclusion clause where I had to stay out of the industry for 3 years. And during those 3 years, I was thinking about, right, what do I do next? And, I love plumbing and heating. It's in my blood. My dad was a heating engineer, and I loved that journey I went on with PH Jones, and it was brilliant. And I thought, well, how can I use the experience that I got from that starting point when I was in a porter cabin with my dad and my granddad and my mum to when we sold the business? Through that journey, what experience can I take to actually benefit other installers in that position that want to grow the business? And the main things I came up with actually, well, I know purchasing wise, I can improve small installers' ability to purchase at better prices through the manufacturer contacts I have and the merchant contacts we have.
So you have like a buying group as well?
So we have the buying group, and that's come from that, taking that experience and thinking, how do I benefit our TradeHelp network? And the other thing is to take the experience I got in terms of things you need to grow your business.
And just to point out, that's free as part of the app.
That is free as part of the app. The buying group is free, and we also have our Trade Help app and the online and the platform, web-based platform, which allows you to create invoices, certificates, all the other stuff that you need to run your business as a small business.
CP12s, invoicing,
yeah,
waiver forms, which we've been talking about today.
Yeah.
All for like power flushing forms if you're going to do a power flush.
Yeah.
All things to help protect the business.
Yeah.
The installer.
And help you hopefully navigate keeping your customer happy, and any problems you have with your customer, hopefully it helps support you in getting over those problems.
So as a business, you've been on that journey.
Yeah.
And you've seen with many staff what problems you can have.
Yeah.
So because you've got that experience, you then try to help other businesses.
Yeah. And, there's no such thing as a free lunch. We try and make some revenue out of that, and we're really successful at it. But equally, we want to help businesses to grow. And it's I'm very passionate about it, and the team here is very passionate about it. And we feel it's from where I was, and back in the mid '80s, and scratching my head thinking, how the hell I've told my dad that I can grow my business. How the hell am I going to do it? I think that we can use that experience and help others.
And you also offer finance. And one important thing I'd like to say on this is these other businesses that's come and gone, come back again and gone again, but Trade Help's just been continually supporting engineers through that.
So we were established in 2014. We've had finance. We've had the finance offering for installers since that point, and we're one of the few businesses that have been here for the last sort of 10 years, consistently offering that. And again, we do it because that one of the things that when we set up Trade Help was, how do we allow small businesses to compete with some of the larger businesses out there? How can we make that easier? And it's quite expensive to set up your own finance operation these days. So we try and do it as cost effectively as we can. It's important to our members that we support them.
And you also work with some of the leading boiler manufacturers.
So yeah,
to do their finance for them.
Exactly. We support Worcester, Bosch. We support Viessmann. We support Ideal. Providing finance, we run those operations for those key manufacturers. It's really important for us to do it right, and they wouldn't use us if we weren't really compliant and robust in our processes.
Yeah. Is there any other tips that you feel that would help the viewers, the plumbers, heating engineers?
I think growing your business is really tough, and if it was easy, there'd be a million big businesses out there. So I think be resilient. You're gonna have lots of ups and downs. When it's really hard, make sure you focus on what the important things are strategically. So have a plan and try and stick to that plan. And just give us a call if you want some advice. I'm happy as we give lots of advice to small businesses out there. I engage directly with lots of small business owners about their problems and how I can help. And we're here to help. Yeah.
So if you've got any questions, put some comments below, and I'm sure Martin will bob on and try and answer some of them questions. Download the app. So it's the Trade Help app. Is there what else with that app? You can do it online. You can do it on
there's a desktop version. There's an app version. So say mobile. However you want to get hold of it, it's out there in the App Store, Google Play. Go to our website.
And if anybody's got any questions on finance or the service plans, what phone the office?
Give us a ring or go on our website, tradehelp.co.uk, and just post a message. We'll get back to you. So happy to help.
Thanks very much. If you've got any questions, put them in comments below.